Drink my beer and smoke my weed, but my good friends is all I need. Pass out at 3, wake up at 10, go out to eat, then do it again. Man, I love college.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Jazz, and I'm back today with another video. Today's video is going to be part 3, life after college, post-grad. Now, just to recap real quick where we left off. Last time we talked on here, life after college, we talked about my thyroid issues, and we talked about how I was trying to turn anything that made me sad positive, and just about how I've been busy and I haven't had time to really sit around and sulk. And now it's just telling you guys about where I am now. I'm sorry if like I'm out of breath a little bit or I'm jumbling over my words. I just went through hell, y'all, trying to get this set up right so I could get this video done, because I am a little late, so I do apologize. Just know you'll find out a little bit later in this video. If you don't watch any other video of mine but the life after college videos, you will know why I'm late. So for starters, there is nothing wrong with my thyroids. They are a-okay. The only thing that was wrong with me is that I had a vitamin D deficiency, so they put me on medication for that. I'm currently taking that. I kind of do think they're working. I do feel a lot better as in terms of like my happiness and sadness. Now, I do still have my days, but they're turning into lesser and lesser sad days and more happy days, which I'm so happy for and so thrilled because, girl, I'm tired of being sad. Do you hear me? But that was the issue with that. And I think my neck is just fat because the way I hold my neck, like I hold my face back and I slouch, versus if I sit up straight with my head up straight, like this actually freaking hurts. I have horrible posture, but if I sat up straight with my head up, I don't think there would have been an issue with thinking there was something wrong with my thyroids. But thank God I am a-okay. Now, as far as what has been helping me besides medication with not being sad is that I have started therapy. If you do not tune in and watch my vlogs, I highly recommend you do, because I'm trying to definitely bring you guys along with me on my journey through therapy and what I've learned, and sharing that with you all for whoever may experience some of the symptoms or things that I go through. You can try to find a way to gear in on those emotions you feel and fix them and find a solution, you know what I mean? So definitely tune into my vlogs if you haven't already. But I have been in therapy now, I want to say, for about a month and 2 weeks. I actually have a therapist appointment tomorrow. And since starting therapy, I have quit drinking. If you haven't watched my vlogs, or if you haven't watched my getting help for drinking problem, you wouldn't know, but I have stopped drinking, and I definitely have seen a change in myself. I definitely feel better. Like, everything is like, since I've stopped certain things, it's like, oh, I feel better because of this. Like, I just feel happier. And it's just taught me stop drinking and just, like, I guess paying more attention to my health, that when you're proactive about bettering yourself, you feel better about yourself ultimately. I could say that drinking all the time like I did, I would feel guilty because I knew that it was wrong. I knew it wasn't right. And feeling guilty brings on negative emotions. It makes you feel bad about yourself. And who wants to feel bad about themselves? They don't. Everybody wants to feel like they're bomb.com. And boo, I'm really trying to feel like I am. So I would say, since I've stopped doing things that I feel guilty about, or doing things, or being just proactive, like I said before, about my well-being, I've just seen a better change in myself. And I don't know. I don't really struggle anymore with the thought of being out of school. Now it's like, I guess after so many months have passed by since we're on month 6, now my mind is like, okay, how can I conquer this adulting? How can I make this adulting my bitch, really? Like, how can I show adulting that I'm ready and I'm down for this? Recently, I've got promoted. Last time we spoke on here, I was a visual associate. Now I am a visual merchandiser. I'm working full-time hours. Woo, woo, more money. And since working full-time, it has really tested my way of balancing life. I would say what I struggle with now is just trying to balance it all. My room stays in a catastrophe. I am always tired. And I don't know, just trying to balance, hanging out with my family. Like, I never knew what my folks meant, like them being married and they'd be like, oh, I miss your dad, I haven't seen your dad in so long, or I miss your mom. I'm like, y'all live together, y'all have the same room together, like y'all sleep together. How can you miss somebody that's right there? But being an adult and adulting, I realized you bypass each other. Like, I miss my mom, I miss my sister, I miss my dad. Like, I bypass them because our schedules are so different that it's just like, whoa, I really need to get a grip on this, and I really need to learn how to balance. Especially like with wanting to do so many things, like wanting to create like more, what's the word? More incomes for myself. I know there's a fancier way to say that, but wanted to create more sources of income for myself. I have to learn how to balance. If I want to do YouTube as a source of income, not like saying I do this for the money, but you know, it's turning into something where I'm actually making money from it. Like, if I want to make that something that's a source of income, if I want to make my Girls Rocking Fades like a business, or if I want to do a Poshmark, or if I want to like have my full-time job, I have to have balance. And right now I'm definitely struggling with balance. Girl, my camera cut off, by the way. So to continue on, I thought college was hard to balance. I thought having classes, trying to party, trying to hang out with my friends, trying to have a little boo thing, I thought that was hard. But really, college is kind of balanced for you because you know your time slots for class. You know, like during this time slot you can hang out with your friends, you can get your rest. Like, it kind of is broken up for you versus the real world and this adulting. Like, you literally have to make your time brackets for yourself because you know you work this amount of time, but then you have this amount of time that's free, and it's like, well, what do I do with my free time? Because after my free time I don't have another time blocking. You know what I mean? So balance is freaking hard, okay? Even when it comes to like balancing and remembering to pay certain bills, because in school I would pay all my bills at one time, and I only have a couple of bills. I have my cell phone bill and I have credit cards. Don't ever get credit cards. Let me just throw that in there real quick. They make me sick to my stomach. But for real, do not ever get credit cards if you can avoid it. Now, I got cut off my sophomore year in college, so I had no choice but to survive. So I got 3 credit cards that are all maxed out and that I'm all currently paying back on top of my loans, which brings me to the next subject. I have started paying back my loans, but not really, because I'm like connected with this company that's helping me and assisting me in consolidating all my loans together, helping me put my, what is it called, FAFSA application. I think I got an email about the other day saying they received my application. Let me get the exact name for y'all, because yeah, I don't want to quote wrong. Of course, I can't find it. Girl, oh, Fed loan? No, that's not it. Yes, it is it. No, it's not. Yes, it is. U.S. Department of Education. So federal student loan. Yeah, what I just said. Yeah, they Fed loan. They're helping me consolidate an application which will take all of my loans that I have and consolidate it into one. I know I just said consolidated a lot, but consolidate all my loans into one to where I'll make one payment instead of making a payment here, there, and there. I briefly talked about this also in my vlog, so if you're feeling like I'm repeating myself, it's because I am. But for those of you who don't know, who didn't watch that video, I think it's something you actually do have to do when you graduate college, which is consolidate all your loans in, like, I think it's called loan forgiveness. I think that's what it is. Don't quote me on that. But I think you have to do it, and you can choose to do it yourself, or you can choose to do it through a company like I did. And the company I did is Simmons and Miller, and they actually reached out to me. They sound a little iffy at first, but I asked a gazillion and one questions, and I asked my homegirl Janae about some of the questions she got asked to, and I was like, okay, they're legit. So I am going to be paying, right now I'm paying $100 because you do have to pay for their services. It's a $600 fee. Now you can choose to pay that all up front if you like, or you can do what I did, which is break it up into 6 months and pay $100 a month. And then after you've paid your servicing fee, then they'll start helping you pay for your loans. And my loans, I'll only be paying $39 a month. Now I can choose to pay way more than that if I like, which I plan to do. But it's nice to know that maybe if I was having a rough month that month, I could just pay my $39. So I have been paying loans. I forgot why I was bringing up my bills earlier, but yeah. Oh yeah, I brought them up because even balancing with paying my bills, because in college I would pay them all at once, and now I kind of break them up just so I'm not broke. I just recently got caught up with paying back my bills on time, because I did kind of fall back when I went to the city with my homegirl Janae, because it was either pay my bills or go have fun with my friend, and she had already made obligations to come here, so it was just something I had to swallow and deal with. And I know it sounds very irresponsible, and that's because it is. But yeah, it's even hard for me to balance with bills. So I am still working on conquering this adulting. I'm trying to do the best that I can to make myself right in here in my mind. I have to be right here before I could be right physically. And yeah, man, these 6 months have been long as hell. I will say it has definitely felt like I've graduated a year ago. I don't know if that's because I've been home a year since I came home for summer school, and I've been here since, but it's been a long 6 months. I think I'm doing pretty well though for the 6 months. I'm working full time. I'm working on my well-being. I've stopped some of my bad habits. I was going to say stop drinking. That's kind of why I stumbled, but I stopped some of my bad habits, and I'm getting myself on track, and I'm starting to put money in my savings account, which I'm so happy about, because you guys keep asking me, do I plan on moving out? And I do. I don't have a set date. I mean, but I know I don't want to live with my parents forever. I mean, who wants to do that? Not me. But I did ask, I did also ask you guys to send me some questions on Snapchat, like if you had anything you wanted to know. Someone asked me, do you feel like you progressed since finishing school? And I basically just answered that. So yes, I definitely do feel like I progressed. And would you ever go back to school? I don't think, in my field at least, I need a master's. I feel like it would just be me wanting to be more in debt, and I don't want that. And yeah, I don't want school. I want adulting. I want to conquer this, and I wanna do it. I wanna do the damn thing, and I know I'm going to. And do you want to live on your own? Yes, boo. And this was another question. What has been your biggest mistake and regret since leaving college? Now, when I saw this question sent, I really sat there and really tried to think really hard what my biggest regret was, or mistake. And the only thing I could come up with was drinking heavy. But I've stopped that now. But I was really drinking heavy because I was really sad, depressed. I still am depressed, but I'm just working on that right now. But back then I was really sulking because I was really having withdrawal because I missed school so much. So I would say my biggest regret was letting myself get to that point to where I was using alcohol as self-medication. Trying to sound cool, but self-medication. But I wouldn't say it was a regret, because I feel like everything happens for a reason and everything is connected for a reason, and it was meant for me to get to that point, to drinking heavy, for me to get to the point to where I was like, okay, enough is enough, to me getting to the point where I'm in therapy. Like, I just feel like everything's a domino effect. Like, it was meant for me to go to therapy for some reason. It was meant for me to have the therapist that I have. It was meant for me. I feel like recently I just feel like a lot of the things that I go through is because I'm so transparent and I'm not afraid to put my life out there like that. I feel like it happens to me because someone watching needs to see it. Someone watching needs to hear it. And I don't know. I just feel like it's for y'all. And it's for me. because I've been struggling for a while, but it's also for y'all. So everything happens for a reason. So I don't regret being a mini alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? Who hasn't been? Okay? Don't look at me like that. I know you have been. When you turn 21, boo, you a mini alcoholic for a hot second. Then you slow down, but my ass didn't slow down. I kept going. And then the next one is, I personally don't believe that there are any, this was the following up to the question. I personally don't believe that there are any mistakes in life. However, things can definitely seem like mistakes in the moment. Keep up the progress that you've made with life, work, and sobriety. Is it bad that I don't know how to pronounce that? I know she's trying to say with being sober, basically. You're a true inspiration, and I definitely appreciate that. Sorry, my country accent be wanting to come out sometimes. But, yeah, man. That's been my life. Life after college, 6 months later. I cannot wait to see where I'm at in 2 more months, 8 months later, and then a whole year. I might have a spot. I don't know. The way things have been working out is when you work on you and you give something God to work with, God will make things work out for you. He will. It's like you kind of are in the way of your own blessing, and you have to give up that, not the purse, sorry purse. You have to give up that toxicness to get to that positiveness. Think about it. Alright, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to comment down below some of your thoughts you have. I definitely read every comment. I may not respond to every comment, but I definitely read them. And I will see you guys in 8 months. Life after college. Peace.